Hi, this is Pete Thayer. In this video, we're going to see how easy it is to load our version 7 for Windows on a Mac computer. We'll also see why you may want to think about doing something like this. Thayer birding software does offer both a Windows and a Mac version 7, and they both are almost identical. Even though the Windows and Mac versions are almost identical, the Windows version lets you create quizzes on anything and import your own photos, songs, or videos. Using the Windows version 7, I was able to create a quiz on butterflies of Naples, Florida, a quiz on the presidents of the United States, also a quiz on state capitals, and finally a quiz on the birds of Uganda. The Windows version has a My Media section that lets you select photos, songs, or videos from your hard drive and upload them into the Thayer's Birds of North America. Another feature found only in the Windows version is the ability to create multiple tabs and look at many birds at the same time. Another feature found only in the Windows version is the ability to split the screen either horizontally or vertically, and look at two birds simultaneously. Another feature of the Windows version is Petey the Parrot. He can pronounce bird names, tell you a joke, and give you a birding tip of the day. You can create a screensaver in both the Windows and the Mac version, but in the Windows version you can also have that screensaver play sounds and sing songs. We happen to think that the ability to create your own quizzes is one of the major features of this birding program, and that's why we're recommending that folks with Mac computers seriously consider installing the Windows version on their computer. Luckily, the folks at Apple Computer have already installed a program called Bootcamp on your Mac computer. This is very easy to use, and it allows you to set up a dedicated section of your computer for running Windows programs. To set up a Windows partition on your Mac computer, you will need a USB flash drive, you will need your own copy of Windows, and of course you will need a Mac computer. Before you get started, you need to do these 5 things. First, make sure you have a copy of the latest Windows operating system, such as Yosemite. Second, make sure you have all the latest updates. Third, format a 16 gigabyte or larger flash drive. Fourth, make sure you have 40 gigabytes or more of free space on your computer. And fifth, make sure you have a copy of Windows 10, or if you have an older computer, Windows 7. Just to recap, you need the current operating system. As of mid-2015, this system was 10.10 and was codenamed Yosemite. Next, make sure you have all the latest software updates. There are many ways to do that, and you've probably already done this since you already own a Mac computer. You're also going to need a 16 gigabyte or larger USB flash drive, and it has to be formatted a certain way. Use the disk utility to do this. Find your flash drive, click Partition, then set the partition at 1 partition. Make sure the format says MS-DOS FAT, and then click the Apply button. To continue formatting, click the Erase tab at the top. Make sure the format still says MS-DOS FAT, and then hit the Erase button at the bottom of the screen. Before starting, you should also check to make sure you have enough free space. You need at least 20 megabytes to install Windows. The Thayer software takes 7 megabytes, so we recommend that you have about 30 to 40 megabytes of space devoted to Windows. You'll also need to buy your own copy of Windows. Windows 10 was just released, and you can buy it on a DVD, or if you don't have a DVD drive on your Mac, you can buy a download. You're ready to start Bootcamp when you have the latest operating system, Apple's most recent updates, you've formatted a USB drive, you've determined you have 40 gigabytes of space, and you have your own copy of Windows. Bootcamp already exists on your Mac computer, To locate it, just click on the spotlight icon and type in Bootcamp or use the Utilities folder. Bootcamp is going to download support software onto the USB drive you already formatted. Next, it's going to create a partition, a space on your hard drive devoted exclusively to Windows. And third, it's going to install the Windows program on your Mac computer. After you read the introduction screen and click Continue, you will see this screen. Here you need to check the box that says Download the latest Windows support software from Apple. Then check the box that says Install Windows. Now you are ready to insert the USB flash drive you formatted previously and download the Windows support software from Apple. Your computer will need this information later when we actually begin to install the Windows program. If your computer doesn't like the way you formatted the USB drive, you will see this message. As a recap, these are the steps you need to take to fix this. Now Bootcamp wants you to select a size for your Windows partition. It's probably going to show you a default of 20 gigabytes, but that's way too small. You need to select 40. So grab the small dot between the two partitions and slide it to the left. Now your Mac computer wants to know where to install the Windows software. You need to select the disk partition that says Bootcamp. When you are ready to install the Windows program, make sure the USB drive is inserted in your Mac computer and that you have loaded the DVD. Now, click Format and follow the instructions on the screen. The Apple website has a complete set of step-by-step instructions for Bootcamp. We strongly recommend that you go read this before trying to install Windows on your Mac computer. To get to the Windows section of your Mac computer, turn off your Mac. Then hold down the Alt-Option key in the lower left corner of your Mac keyboard. Now turn your computer on and select Windows during boot up. If you're already using your Mac computer, you can easily switch to the Windows partition. Just click Startup Disk and then within System Preferences, click on Windows Bootcamp Partition and click Restart. Now that you have created a virtual Windows computer inside your Mac, you can install any Windows program. We suggest starting with Thayer's Birds of North America version 7 for Windows. This is available on both a USB flash drive and as a download from the internet. This video has shown you how easy it is to install a Windows partition in your Mac computer. This gives you the ability to do things like installing Thayer's Birds of North America version 7 for Windows, and that gives you the ability to make your own quizzes on anything, as well as import your own photos, songs, and videos.